welcome to Codes of Harmony. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for all that you are. And don't go pretending to be anyone else. Alright, let me get a little organized. How's that? Does that work for you? Does that work for you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Let us begin, hey? So this is going to be a part tarot reading. Oh, I better get some tarot cards for that. Hold on. And as I do that, anyone is welcome to join, of course, on the big old internet. On the big old internet. Sorry, please excuse the slight delay. How are you going? Okay, so I just want to start by saying I have a bilateral music therapy, stress relief, anxiety relief video playing. It's on YouTube, the famous YouTube, and it's been created by Destin Dynamics. Yeah, so that's just playing in the background, and hopefully that won't be a problem. Won't affect how much my video is shared, you know, supported by this community, right? Hi. So today, it's really interesting the way that my channeling comes through. Like, I just need, it's very kind of unconventional the way that my channeling comes through. And I know that today's channeling is about the fruit the fruit of life. And of course, as soon as I begin, there's a distraction. Just excuse, I'm just being slightly interrupted. Thank you so much. I'm joking. Is everything okay? Yeah. This is real. This is the real tea. Is everything okay? Okay. Give me just a minute. Thanks. That's exciting. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. sage this space. Let's just open up this space. There we go. That's so nice. So nice. And calling in protection from the higher ups, calling in my ancestors, calling in the angels, calling in our guides, and calling in those who want the best for the whole collective. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh, look, the first message was help for review. Wow, what a world to be a woman in here. Hi, how are you going? Today we're talking about the fruit of life. So this is sacred geometry, and somehow I know this is connected. Oh, hold on just one sec. It's cute. There we go. Protection, protection. Hi, how are you going? Welcome to Codes of Harmony. Thank you so much. If you're here, then please do pick up that finger of yours, or however you type, and click like, because that is the most basic thing you can do, right? So if I had at least 10 people come through the room, thank you. That is respectful. That is human. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're not a bot. Okay, so like I was just saying, it's kind of strange the way that my channeling comes through. I was at the gallery the other day and I bought this. Well, I was actually looking for a new art diary, a hard-covered art diary, and at the art gallery of all places, they didn't have one, except for one that costs like, I'm not sure, it was a moleskin, which is the most expensive type of diary that you can buy, like for writing and journaling. And so I was like, F you, okay, that. And so then I got this one that was like for kids, right? But it's like adorable. Anyways, and I sat down and I channeled this picture. Oh, I don't know if you can see that there. But it's a picture of a telephone and strawberries. And the dots on the telephone, the old school telephone, which is kind of similar to the dots up here, is connected to and similar to the strawberry, right? And what I channeled is the life cycle of a strawberry goes from a tiny flower to a sweet fruit. And I actually grow strawberries, and they literally do start out like a little white flower, and then you can see there's graphs and photographs of it, and then it transforms into the fruit itself. So I channeled that maybe a week ago, and then I got these oracle cards that I'm working with today, and the first one that came out was the fruit of life. And the fruit of life is created from the flower of life. The flower of life is created from, if you look into sacred geometry, there's a whole process, there's a whole evolution that comes from these patterns, these sacred geometries that exist in nature. You can see this in the rings of trees. You can see this in the patterns of leaves. You can see this in when you drop a pebble into water, the way that it creates ripples. Hi, how are you going? Thanks so much. That's kind of you. Red is for protection in one of my lineages. my culture. Yeah, in my culture. Because people are not just what they look like, right? By the way, this is Codes of Harmony. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And don't go trying to be anybody else, okay? We don't got time for it. Fruit of life. Fruit of life. Fruit of life. So, let's see. What messages? Ooh. I never carry my tarot cards in the right, quote unquote, right boxes. So it's always a bit of a mystery what's going to be in here. And today we have a zombie apocalypse. Ain't that just perfect? Because there's so much work being done by so many amazing creators that is drawing attention to what the real zombie apocalypse is, which is death of free thinking, death of the sovereign mind, clearing energy, just clearing energy, clearing the path, right? See if I can tame my beautiful lion's mane. Okay. What does the collective need to hear about the fruit of life? There's a bigger message coming through about the whole collective. This is like the huge download that's come through today that I'm going to have to make a different video about. But basically, there is a coding, there is a evolution that goes through the floral sacred geometry. This evolution that goes from the egg of life all the way to the fruit of life. And in order to get to the fruit of life, you need to go through all of those stages, all of those different new evolutions. As the soul keeps growing, the soul keeps expanding. The human mind, the consciousness of the collective has continued to expand. And as the consciousness of the collective has continued to expand, you know, this thing about harvest time, clearing the energy, thanks so much. This thing about harvest time and who is going to harvest what we have all worked on. And if we get to this stage of the fruit of life, in terms of consciousness of the whole human collective, only 20% battery, this will just be a part one. The consciousness of the entire human collective has got us to a place of expanding our awareness, the mass awakening that has taken place in the last 5 years, the mass expansion of consciousness, this huge leap forward in human evolution. And there are some particular groups, some as large as the whole country, who are trying to swoop in and steal the fruit of life, to try and come in and steal the abundance that we have all worked towards by the shadow work, by the bridging of gaps between who has and who does not, by the exposure of evils in industries, by the speaking of truth that is coming from so many brave survivors throughout so many industries across the entire planet. Oh, I might just wait until someone comes back into, another. So we have 6 comments, 7 comments, and 2 have been held for review. What a time to be a woman on YouTube, hey? What a time to be a black woman on YouTube, hey? What a time to be one of the chosen ones. Chosen ones. Chosen ones. I'm hearing the haves and the have-nots. Downtown Abbey. Some of you might like Downtown Abbey. The upper room. The upper room. Oh, who's gonna make it? Who gets to take it? Who is keeper of the gate in the upper room. You know, I could save the world with you if you let me. We could save the world together if you let me. So, it seems kind of fitting that we have the zombie apocalypse. And this zombie apocalypse is about stealing the fruit of life that you have worked so hard to get to. The fruit of life that you have spent lifetimes learning through. The fruit of life that you have expanded your awareness to. That you have gone through the dark night, that you have moved through so many shadows. Some of you have left jobs, some of you have left relationships, some of you have spoken out against the evils within your own industries, within your own life, within your own workplace. Some of you have helped other people speak these truths by doing podcasts, interviews, writing books, making YouTube videos. Please give me clear and divine guidance. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Don't go trying to be anyone else, all right? We don't got time for that anymore. So who is trying to steal the fruit of life? Just saw an eagle in my mind's eye. These are channeled messages, so please only take what resonates. We're also told on YouTube that we have to say, because legal matters apparently, ironically, we have to say that this is for entertainment purposes only. Please give us clear and divine guidance. The fruit of life, the fruit of life. You've worked so hard to get your fruit, right? And you only get to eat the fruit if you have protected the trees and protected the seeds and nurtured and watered and honored Mother Nature. That is the only way that you get to have the fruit, right? The Seven of Swords coming out. And just trigger warning, some people may find these images a bit gruesome. I got a Scorpio moon, so my ability to deal with the darkness is different to others, but I don't think there's anything too violent. Yeah, so the Seven of Swords in the Zombie Apocalypse Tarot. The Seven of Swords. Trying to defend your own crops. Trying to defend your own soul. Please give me clear and divine guidance, be most beneficial for everyone involved. Trying to defend your own crops. Trying to defend your own soul. I channeled recently that this is a holy war. And I do not mean that. I'm not repeating any scriptures. I'm not repeating any sacred books, and I'm not encouraging anybody to take up arms. I am talking about the battle for your soul. I'm talking about the battle for humanity to have its soul. For you to be in touch with the soul that you have gone through so much to have, so much to defend, so much to defeat. And now we are here at this level of everybody being so conscious and so aware that we can make this huge leap forward. To make the huge leap forward from the flower of life to the fruit of life, in order to be able to reach Metatron, in order to be able to activate your Merkaba, in able to reach the next level of consciousness that will save the earth, that will save the human collective. We cannot allow these thieves to come in and steal the fruit, everyone's fruit. The fruit does not belong to one nation. The fruit does not belong to one man or one woman or one other. The fruit belongs to all, and we all deserve a piece of the fruit. So to have to defend the fruit, this is the stage we're in as a collective, but this will not last, is what I'm hearing. Pray to Mother Earth. Pray to Gaia. Pray to the water. Pray to the sky. Please give me clear and divine guidance. This is part 1. I'll be back soon. So much love from Codes of Harmony.